in this YouTube about to do or not to do should you start a business, I wanted to share with you the reference textbooks, if you will. We will be referring to items, chapters, ideas in these books, basically because I have used every single one of them in development of my business ideas. And in fact, some of the things that I learned from Michael Gerber, not only in reading his books, but visiting with Michael in the very last dream room that he did, it'll be 2 years in December, that I went to Michael's dream room in California. And he taught me a lot of things I needed to focus upon. And now let's get right into the books that we'll be using. I'll start with Michael Gerber's two books that I want to share, the learnings. The first book is called The E-Myth, Why Most Businesses Don't Work and What to Do About It. This book is really a 25th anniversary limited edition book that Michael did, and I just got my copy of it probably about 6 weeks ago. It celebrates the 25th anniversary of Michael's book, The E-Myth, which has been called the most important business book ever written. And we'll make reference to why it is the most important business book ever written. But I'm real proud of this edition. Michael only published 5,000 books and personally autographed each one of them. And I have book number 57. So once I heard that he was publishing the book, I immediately bought it. Actually, $100 for this book, but it's worth every single penny that I paid. And I thank Michael for sharing with me. Well, if you've been following me at skitcam.com, on New Year's Eve, it'll be 2 years this coming New Year's Eve, Michael so graciously gave me and our audience at Skitcam 1 hour of his time to help me launch oursmallbusinesstv.com, which actually doesn't exist. Well, it does exist, but we're not marketing it as we used to. Actually, it's bartertv.com now. But Michael took that opportunity for himself to discuss with me a book that he had just published at that time, The Most Successful Small Business in the World with 10 Principles. And on the cover of the book it says, The World's #1 Small Business Guru. Inc. magazine called him that. And during the interview, I asked Michael if he would mentor me in becoming the world's #2 small business guru, and he laughed, and he has certainly done his part, and did so when I went to visit with him in the dream room. But his 10 principles, if you follow these principles, you can understand why businesses are successful. I put particular emphasis on this first principle. A small business built rightly can grow 10,000 times its current size. The number 10,000 is very, very important to things that happen in our community. Another author who I will share a lot of information with is another mentor of mine, Tracy. Brian has written over 55 books about personal self-development as well as what it means to have a successful business. And we'll discuss the 100 absolutely unbreakable laws of business success. Brian Tracy, I don't know that we won't talk about all 100 of them, but I'll try to pick out the most significant ones for me. And I keep this book by my side, close hand, often because I refer to it frequently. Because if you follow these 100 rules of business success, he calls them absolutely unbreakable, you will have a successful business. There's no question about it. And another book that I will use, Brian was a part of, and so was I. I wrote chapter 23 in Counterattack Business Strategies for Explosive Growth in the New Economy, featuring Leopold, 22 pounds heavier than Leopold is today, and Brian Tracy. Something happened. I wrote about it in the book, and the book became a bestseller. That's why we got Tony Awards for it. But something happened from something I wrote in the book to a statement that Brian made to me when I met him last September. I'll share that experience. A great, great book by a most dynamic author is The Art of the Start, Guy Kawasaki. The time-tested, battle-hardened guide for anyone starting anything, not just a business. I have never met Guy Kawasaki, almost did, but I haven't yet. But I follow him very, very closely. He is a dynamic individual who does great things. And he's doing an experiment right now at Google+, as a matter of fact. And I am following that very, very closely to see what it is he's doing, how he's doing it, why he's doing it, and how impactful that can be for my small business and subsequently your small business. So Guy Kawasaki's The Art of the Start. We will look him up. Then there's two books written by a friend of mine, Barbara Weltman. And if you've been following me, you know that I quote Barbara frequently. Barbara is probably the greatest advocate for small business that I've ever met. And in fact, for over a year, Barbara so very graciously gave us an hour of time. I Skyped with Barbara on that computer. And at that time, we were just live streaming at StripCam. We weren't doing YouTube at that time. Barbara does YouTube herself right now. But she's such a giving person and so very, very knowledgeable. She was educated to be an attorney, but decided early on in her career that she wanted to focus on financial matters of business and small business. So 15 years ago, she started publishing a book that is updated yearly called Small Business Taxes. This one, of course, is Small Business Taxes 2012. This is the 15th time Barbara's done that. She updates the book with new tax codes, new laws. I love this book. And its return on investment, I paid $19.95 for the book. But I'd like to just open the book, read a page, read Barbara's example, read her explanation of it, read the guidelines, and then some practical information relating to that example. And the return on investment you get from this is 10,000-fold minimum by information that you learn about your own business, about how to run your business more efficiently from the perspective of money and taxes, what have you. Then it wasn't too terribly long ago, earlier this year, that I learned Barbara had written a book, and I didn't know about it. She never shared that information with me, but I went to my neighborhood bookstore and found it on the shelf. It's the Complete Idiot's Guide. The Idiot's Guide caught my attention. Starting a home-based business, and this is the third time she has written this book, or updated the book. But it gives all the information that you really need to start a business in your home. And I'm going to once again use the book in case studies. That's kind of where we're going to go with our 9 modules of starting a business. And I'm going to end this particular YouTube and get right into some of the small business keywords for starting a business. Module number 1, to do or not to do should you start a business.